All right. Well. We're back on track, and yeah, let's just wait for all the platforms to start coming online. We do have a lot of stuff to talk about. It's been very interesting, and yeah, once again, I hope you guys are doing great. Let's see, DLive is online, YouTube is online. Let's have a look at Facebook. What is Facebook saying? Facebook is online. Welcome, Facebook. And we are, of course, waiting for Twitch to Twitch. Come on, Twitch. Why like this? Why always lagging behind? Come on, let's just refresh the page. And yeah, we're streaming on Twitch too. All right. Well, welcome to everybody here. And first of all, on DLive, I would like to say thank you for the generous lemon donation. Was very much appreciated. Basically, my first donation on Twitch, on DLive. So thank you for that. Been really happy, and I'm sorry if I didn't respond immediately. I have so many screens and windows open. It's fairly impossible to follow everything, but yeah, very happy. Now let's first make sure we are recording, and then we're gonna jump in and see what's happening, right? All right, so here we are for a new update on the Bitcoin price chart. Welcome everybody. Welcome to those following live. Also welcome to the ones who are looking at this on a rerun. I hope you still get some interesting information out of this, but yeah, I try to make so that my information that I give is actually something that you can use as the day or the hours progress. Okay, do not mind what's happening behind me. Those are the cats. Yeah, they're lonely and they want to play. They're playful. On the other hand, guys, remember, ByBit, awesome trading platform. If you're into day trading and you want to get into something a little more serious, start doing leverage trading and stuff, I can highly recommend ByBit. I do have an affiliate link. If you don't find it straight away, go just straight to my website, Wolves of ByBit. It still needs quite some updating and stuff, but you will find the affiliate link there. You'll get great bonuses, and it's an easy way to support the channel. Also remember, leverage trading is a little more high risky than regular trading, but if you are into the content that I share on this platform, on this live stream, I'm pretty sure that you already are a little bit familiar with the basics of trading. So I think, yeah, leverage trading, keep it small, keep it easy, and you should be safe. Yeah, it's an amazing platform. Now, all right, enough chit chat, enough shilling, like the big boys would say. Let's go into the real deal. So what are we looking at? Yesterday, if I remember correctly, we were sitting somewhere around this area. Let's see if I can make it a little more clear, because it was pretty late when I started the stream. It was something like this. This is what we saw happen. So what did I say? Let's just always pick up with where I left off, right? What did I say? I said that this bounce here, creating a bullish signal from these 2 points, was actually a very strong signal. I also said that we were actually very close, splitting hairs, just not, but splitting hairs with another bullish signal from this area. This is down below. This corresponds with the level of 11,400. So yeah, very, very strong signal here in my opinion. What did I expect? At least a move back up. If we were to be rejected here at the yellow line, then I was actually expecting more of a trending, and depending on how the price would go down, there was more to be seen. But on the other hand, if we moved up, if we kept going from this bullish signal, I was expecting a retest of the higher level of this channel, the 420 area. If you guys remember, a lot of people have been laughing about the 420 area. Well, this is it. This is what happened. We did move back up. We're at the 420 area. And now, of course, we want to see if there are any bearish signals, if there is any reason to be concerned about this move. Are we going to break down all the way, or are we going to find some support and finally be able to go for the big run up? Because all the bulls want to see 14,000, 15,000, all these things. All the bears want to see 11,000 broken. I've even seen somewhere somebody saying like, yeah, 9,600 is still possible. Basically, in the realm of possibilities, a lot of these things are possible. But if you want to be a cautious day trader, not a gambler, and not somebody who's overshooting or undershooting whatever, then the safe way is just to go level by level. Like I keep saying, keep your trades within the range of what you're able to lose. Set up your trades close to your point of invalidation and be patient. If the price doesn't reach close enough, then maybe your assumption is wrong, and maybe that's already a signal that you should be waiting for the next touch on the key area and then go from there. You know, trading is not about being in a position 24/7. It's about knowing when to get in and when not to touch. If your analysis is flawed, don't force your luck. You know, don't, on top of that, don't try to convince everybody that, oh, it's gonna happen, because this is not gonna magically make it come true. You know, it's not because you're able to convince 20 or even 100 people that, oh, maybe it's not the way it works. You're just cheating yourself and you're lying to yourself, and you're going to be losing way more than you're going to be winning, you know. So stay safe, keep your feet on the ground, and follow your plans. If your plan doesn't set up correctly, don't do the plan. Easy, right? Okay, now enough said, because I keep trying to throw a little bit of basic wisdom out there, so that people have, you know, more opportunities to stay away from cheatery and fuckery, because it's very easy to blame the market makers, to blame this, to blame that, but basically everybody is responsible for their own actions. And you know, the more wisdom you get, the more chances you get to undertake the right actions. Yeah, this is not a game where everybody is supposed to be a big loser. You know, this is just trading. This is just supply and demand, and there are big players amongst the whole market. You know, and it's for sure that these people, because they are big players, have a lot more knowledge about how to trade, how money works, how supply and demand works, and also how the sentiment works in respect of what you see happen on the chart. You know, it's for whales, there is no reason to just be pushing price one way or the other because they want to screw people over. No, if there actually is a strong whalish push in one direction or the other, then clearly they are expecting a reaction out of that. You know, so you have to start getting smarter about these kind of things. Yeah. So, okay, like I said, enough said. I'm gonna have my coffee. You know, it's bright and early. It's not a pretty day, so maybe later today I'll make another stream just because I'm bored. And let's have some coffee. So, now we did touch the upper area of the channel. Now, what does this mean? Let's go for divergences first. Let's have a look at divergences because we want to see if this level is in trouble with the other ones. Now, here and here, it's very safe to say that this is just a continuation pattern. Higher high, higher high. Now, I know that this area here has a higher high on the RSI and a lower high here, but since we build up this run up from this bullish divergence here and here and here, I do think that this signal between this and this has already been countered, played out, number one, and then countered by those two. See? So, I'm sorry for the sounds. The cats are being very, very annoying. Hey, you want to be on the stream? Look, my little piggy is on the stream. Now everybody say hi, this is Piggy. He's sometimes very, very demanding, but he's so cute. All right, now where was I? Okay, yeah, the divergences. For now, I do think we started a new section here. And now we want to see what's going to happen. I do believe that, number one, right now, we are looking a little toppy. If we look at stochastics, this is a 1 hour chart, mind you not. If we look at the stochastics, RSI, we are pretty much topped out. We could, of course, like I said, the stochastics stay well in the bullish control zone. This is perfectly possible. We could also try to reach a little bit higher. This is also very possible. But eventually, I think, first of all, we're going to start looking for support on one of the lower areas. Now, since we exited the blue box, I do believe that, number one, here, the blue box or the yellow line is a very nice first area where we could start looking for support. If this one doesn't break, then eventually we go to the next level. And finally, if we really break those two levels, the last one, in my opinion, would be the lower edge of the channel. Now, oh, whoops, I keep doing this. Let's remove some of these marks. Like I said, the lower edge of the channel, and this, if we extend this a little bit further, then we could see something very interesting forming, because those retracements here, they do take quite some time. And if we take our measuring tool, we go from here to here. This is, let's call it 50-ish bars. Let's do that same thing here. If we go from here to here, 50-ish bars. There we go, 53. The channel area is actually coming really close to the green line area. And maybe if we adjust the green line a little bit lower, like here the bottom edge of these candles, or maybe even a little bit lower, like this area more or less, then we see that basically we might see a retest of both the green line and the lower end of the channel together. Usually, when some of these horizontals and diagonals start to overlap and cross over, then usually that means that it implies a little bit more in their validity than just one line. You know, if different indicators also start to agree with each other, then usually it confirms a lot more of what you're seeing than just going off of one thing. This is why I like to look at price. I like to put horizontals. I like to look for trends. I like to look at the RSI. I like to look at stochastics. And I think all these together is already a lot. Okay, so I'm not gonna start getting busy with the Ichimoku cloud and all these things, which in some time I did find interesting, especially for key resistance areas. If we are really stuck in the cloud and looking for a breakout and stuff, sometimes these things can have their validity, but you have to know when to use them. And you know, you have to know which indication, which read is going to give you an edge over the situation, because there's going to be millions of different situations showing up, and this is where you, as a good trader or a good analyzer, you need to be able to make a decision and tree from there. Okay, so now again, let's go a little bit further. What we do want to see also is if on the higher time frames we get a similar read with the divergence levels and all these things. So let's go over to the 3-hour chart and let's have a look at the 3-hour chart. On the 3-hour chart, from this area here, starting from this area here, because all this here looks like we already played out. We did have our swipes down, and then from here to here we have been making lower lows, while on the price we have been making higher lows, right? Makes sense? Now we had our strong reaction, and let's have a little measurement. RSI here says 70.1, and RSI here on the highs, oh wow, just not 70.88 over 70. Oh wait, oh yeah, no, 70.13, and this one is a slightly higher high at 70.88. Splitting hairs, there's splitting hairs. But as long as we don't go for the really lows and make lower lows, or at least get below this candle or below the yellow line in a straight shot, then I think this is not a swing failure. This will not be a strong rejection, but still a lot is to be played out. But for now, even on the 3-hour chart, this is looking quite all right. Now, what we see here on the 3-hour chart is that we also have the stochastics really in the bullish control zone. They have not been tipping over yet, but eventually I do believe that they are going to start curling. Now, on the short term, it is perfectly possible for us now to stay in this upper reversed wedge, if you will. And let's have a look also at the volume profile, because I think here the volume profile is going to start telling us a lot more. So what do we see? We see that we are sitting on this node here. It's just a tiny one. That's what she said. It's just a tiny one. So it would be fairly easy to start retesting down. Like I said, on the yellow line, we do start to have a lot more volume coming in, which is a good thing. It did change something, yeah. But then we could be ranging within this area, bouncing, having a look at whether this resistance line, this support line became resistance, and whether we can break it again. And I do believe if we find support here on the yellow line, then this would be a very major bullish signal. On the other hand, if we start going down to either the red line, which is the point of control, or the green line, which was a support line, it was a support line that I dragged down a little bit just to give us a little more range. So you know what, let's have a look, make a calculation with Pigs is magic indicator, which I love and use so much. And let's see what kind of reads we get for 13,000, the 13K. Well, the expected read for 13,000 would set us at an RSI of 47.4. And 47.4, what does that do? Just a continuation of the trend. This would be just a very healthy higher high coming from a retest on the lower area. And of course, mind you not, this is a read as it goes now. If we do take a little more time, and this is why maybe later this evening I'm going to make another stream and make a little update and see what difference we read here. So keep that in mind, guys. 13,000 for now. 13,000 would give us for now a 47.4 on the RSI, and this is not yet a super bearish signal, but it's a higher low, and 13,000 is also a higher low, so continuation of the trend. Now let's have a look, because I'm very curious. I want to know what level, what price level we would need on a 3-hour chart to get a bullish signal from this area. So this is 42.1. Let's go with just 42.1 out of curiosity. 42.1. 12,880. And what is this? This is the same level. So I think the read is a little too fresh now, and I'm pretty sure in a few candle closes we're gonna get a much more valuable, a more valid read here. But do I really expect us to go this low? Basically, I would not worry about it. If we really go this low, then I would just take it as an opportunity to enter into a long position. And the risk reward, the stop loss, the invalidation is fairly easy, because as soon as we break this low wick here at 12,700, wait, let's just read it off, it's going to be easy. 12,773, let's call it 12,770. Then, you know, we are clearly, or it seems like we are going to start changing the trend. Probably there's going to be a retest of the support line that turned into resistance, and blah blah blah. Then we go from there. But yeah, it doesn't mean if we break this that I told you to go short. Okay, this is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is either one of these candles, depending on how risk averse you are, could be a good level to set your stop losses. So my apologies for my phone. I should have turned it off before starting the stream. This is basically meeting rules, you know. If you go into a meeting, you guys know this. If you go into a meeting, you turn off your phone. Well, basically, if you're going into streaming, you should turn off your phone. Shame on me. I will never forget it again. Okay. Now, enough. Let's have a look at all the rest that is happening and all the unrest that is happening. Let's go over to some higher time frames at the 6-hour chart, and let's do that same little thing again. We do have an RSI read here on the low of 54.8. 54.8. And let's have a look at 13,000. I want to see what it gives. Well, this is interesting. So on the 6-hour chart, if we touch the 13,000, we did make another bullish signal, another bullish divergence, and this is what I really like to see. Like we have done this here as well. You know, it dumps, it dumps, it dumps, down she goes. Then we get a little bit of a bounce, and we get a retest of the lower areas, creating higher highs, higher lows on the RSI. This, in my opinion, is like one of the stronger signals that you can get. Now, of course, here we are talking about ranging, and it's played a little bit differently because we do have some strong support areas already set up. But if we really were to go down and get a touch here on the green line, I'm going to zoom this out. I keep moving my lines. So if we get a retest here of the green line, then basically I do think that this would just make a stronger case for the bulls. Just my 2 cents, my opinion. You know, don't trade opinions, because everybody has an opinion and it's yours that matters, not mine. I'm not telling you what to do, but I can give you a few hints of things to look for. So if you see that we are touching this green line, the 13,000 area, then maybe is a good moment to have a look again at your RSI and see if the reads are still correct with what we were expecting right now. Okay, makes sense? Now let's look at the daily. The daily is looking pretty toppy. Does this mean that we cannot go higher? No, absolutely. We can go higher. Look at how stochastics are snaking here and what is happening. Just higher highs, higher highs. So right now, being all the way up there is not a bad thing at all. What is a little concerning is that the RSI is very high up there as well. So this eventually could turn against us. But let's have a look. Right now we're saying at 83.6. This is 83.6. And this is 83.7. So basically similar levels. We're just topping out all the time. Like I said, I don't think a little bit of a correction down would be unhealthy, but not today, or yeah, maybe today. Let's have a look at the 10-hour chart. The 10-hour chart is also a nice one because it just, you know, closes differently. So we are making lower lows. Lower lows on the RSI. We are making higher lows on the price. Here we did have a little bit of a bearish signal, but we completely reset. And now what we want to see is some continuation in order to Basically, I don't know. I'm not sure. This is, if I don't know, I'm gonna say it honestly. I'm not some snake oil salesman. I'm not going to try and trick you guys into believing everything that I say. Like sometimes there are situations where I'm not 100% sure because here we do have quite some bearish signal, but it's also a 10-hour chart, but it hasn't really played out to the downside because the RSI kept going lower while price kept going higher. Of course, on the RSI we have been making a series of tiny little lower lows while price was making higher lows. And as long as we don't really break this area of the RSI, I think the full-on big parabolic move, like something like this, is not to be expected. I do believe that we are still not done building this formation, and probably on the longer term, so not today, probably not this week, maybe in a few weeks, if this build out a little bit, we are going to start seeing some twitchiness and then maybe a retest of the lower areas somewhere around here, around the 12,000 area. Could be possible, and it would look healthy because nothing can go up forever, and this is where we would be set up again for a nice build up. And once we get some momentum going, this is where we could go off to the races. Okay, but for now, I still think we are going to see some nice moves. I do think that locally on the short term, right now, it's been played out a little bit. So I would suggest right now not to touch too much. Don't me for now personally, you can do as you want, but personally I am not shorting this because the bounce areas are just too close one on top of the other, and a lot is to be seen where and what they bounce upon. So you might be shorting here, and then what do? You take profit here, or do you hold on? Because if we bounce back up, probably we're gonna go quite a little bit higher, maybe even exit the channel for a little bit and then go from there, see what's happening, because I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know exactly what is going to happen after each and every of these moves. All I can do is go moment by moment. So yeah, if you short this, be very careful, at least to keep an eye on all your indicators and every one of your possibilities. Maybe you could set your stop loss very close and then just ride it out. If it fails, then probably you missed, and be happy not to have any kind of profit. On the other hand, if you play it right, and if we actually go down to the green line or maybe even a little bit lower, then yeah, good for you. I'm very happy. But I think going down, especially until the 12,750-ish area, I would still not try to touch the short button. Once we really break down below and we start closing candles under the blue box area, then maybe on a bounce up I might be considering shorting, because there's a fairly bigger chance to start making lower lows, because then this is when, in my opinion, we might enter like even a local downtrend. Yeah. Now, Let's have a quick look at the dollar, see what the dollar did. And like I said yesterday, it looks like we are going to, dollar was going to bounce here. It was making a really nice strong move up, but I thought it was going to bounce here at the orange area. Basically, it went up to the former resistance area where it already bounced off a few times. So this is a very strong resistance, very strong and local resistance. And since all these highs are quite the same level, and on RSI we are going lower high, lower high, lower high, I do think the lows are not in for the dollar right now. Looking at mini future, E-mini futures, I said it was going to be the same story as for Bitcoin today, because we did get some very, very bullish signals from, oh no, wait, am I wrong? Okay, let's go here. I think it was on the higher time frames. Yeah, higher time frames. So we did get some very strong signals from this area. I remember, yeah, that was the one that I marked off. So this area, this one, making a higher low with this one. So possibly, probably, E-mini futures is going to be doing a lot better right now and start picking up the dust and start going up. Maybe bounces, little bounces along the way, like here on this node and the former high, or maybe just a little bit below it. Why did I set it here? Oh yeah, that was a nice area actually. Yeah, that's a nice one. And then maybe also some bounces around this area, more or less. You know, I'm not trading E-mini futures, so basically I'm not really doing my best in charting this out as good as possible, or as good as I can. Maybe I should. If you guys would like that, just tell me, let me know. And let's look at the S&P, because yesterday I also said that we might be expecting a similar turnaround and more highs on the S&P 500, and same thing goes here. Let's maybe look at the 6-hour chart. Yeah, this is actually more spoken out of, more outspoken here and here. We do have a bullish divergence from these two areas. So again, yeah, S&P 500 also looks like it's going to be doing fine in the coming times. Even though right now the stochastics are curled a little bit to the south side, to the downside. So maybe we might see a little bit more of a correction, but eventually it's going to pick up the dust, because these lows on the RSI are set with these lows here. So in order to negate the entire bullishness of this trend, we do need to see this level here at 3,221 to be broken. Okay, this is where it all breaks down. If we break this is where we start looking for lower lows, lower highs. All right. Now I think I'm gonna leave it with this. We can look at Bitcoin, the CME futures on Bitcoin, and what do we see here? Right here, basically we do see lower lows on the RSI. Right here, lower lows on the RSI, and with this and this area, no problem. These ones here, like I said, Not really sure how valid they remain, but yeah, I think here also Bitcoin is looking like it's topped out for the moment, and we might be looking at a little bit of a correction, a little bit of pulling back before we do see another stronger move. Let's have a look, maybe. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, the futures are looking a little bit different here. But yeah, maybe a retest of the 13,300 area. Try to find some support of it. Yeah, maybe could be that we re-enter the rising triangle. But yeah, I'm not very used to dealing with futures of Bitcoin. So yeah, but interesting how these shapes are different with what we see on spot action. Yeah, this is very nice channel. We did have here a little bit of a piercing of the channel, but yeah, it was just a rejection, actually making the case even stronger for the uptrend that followed out of it. So yeah, I think this is it. I'm gonna leave it for that. Probably I will see you guys later at about 10 p.m. standard Central European time. So this is now with the winter daylight savings GMT +1. So if you're in London, that would be 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. For you, and for all the other guys, well, just figure it out. Yeah, we're at GMT +1. I will see you guys later at 10 p.m. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Remember, check out ByBit. There's an affiliate link on my website. If you like to support the channel, I thank you very much. Take your bonuses and join me on my Discord. There's a lot of other opportunities for you guys to find out there. All right, now, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay COVID free because the pandemic is raging again. Happy trading. Yeah. Bye bye, guys.